This is NR2003 Predicts. We take the entry list of the top 3 NASCAR series, run them through the N ratings algorithm, set them up by their provisional lineup, and see what the computer says will be the finishing order on race day. In the Xfinity race, it was Ty Gibbs who took the first 2 stages, but AJ Allmendinger was first to the line for the checkered flag, followed by Riley Herbst, Gibbs, John Hunter Nemechek, and Anthony Alfredo, making up the top 5. The champion last year, Daniel Hemrick, who claimed victory at this track, finished 6th. And trouble for Austin Hill, who had some mechanical issues. He'll finish in the last position. Landon Castle had some crash damage. He finished pretty far back in the field as well. Now it is time for the Cup race. Ryan Blaney is on the pole. Denny Hammond, who is outside, coming to the restart zone, and the green flag is out here at Phoenix. Well, Ryan Blaney had the fastest time in qualifying, but it looks like Denny Hammond had the best run going into turn 1 and 2, and he will claim the lead and lead the first lap of the race. Blaney will slot in the second. Looking at the stat lines for this racetrack, Kevin Harvick is absolutely the most dominant historically among the drivers in the field. 8.8 average finish, 9 victories at this racetrack for Harvick. Next driver down will be Kyle Busch with 3. Harvick trying to work his way up into the top 10. Kyle Busch currently running in the 3rd position. Looks like he just lost it to Martin Truex Jr. who's inside. They're battling for that position with their teammate, Denny Hammond, well out in front. Troubles here for Alex Bowman. Looks like his car is going up in smoke. He's going to take it to the apron, get it back to pit lane. Will stay green, but unfortunate end to the day for the 48 team. There we see Denny Hammond starting to catch some lap traffic, and he is going to lap a few people. 16 top 5s here for Denny Hammond, 2 victories. Obviously, Harvick still leading in that category. Pretty much leading in every category we have here. Kurt Busch, 20 top 10s at this racetrack. 1 lone victory coming all the way back in 2005. At the moment, though, he's showing the pace to be running inside the top 10, so he might be able to add to that total. And here we go. Martin Truex Jr. has found his way up toward the front. Able to get back to his teammate Denny Hammond, who had stretched out to a pretty decent lead, but on this long green flag stretch, looks like the 19 car was a little bit more dominant. Looking at the laps led here, obviously Harvick out in front by a wide margin. Joey Logano making the top 5. One of only 5 drivers with at least 700 laps led here. We come to the end of stage 1, and it is Martin Truex Jr. who is out in front. Denny Hamlin, Austin Cindric, Kyle Busch, and AJ Allmendinger making up the top 5. That 16 car has been really fast all season. And Allmendinger in his first race in the car is doing a pretty good job right now. Riding on board with him right now as we come to the restart. And the 19 car coming to pit lane. He's reporting a few issues with that race car. And he is going to take it down, make sure that the wheel is on tight enough. But that is a killer for that race team who just won the first stage. Looking back at Ross Chastain, running mid-pack right now. Had a great run at Las Vegas. Able to get a top 5 run out of it. Last time we were here at Phoenix, it was Kyle Larson who went to victory lane and claimed his first Cup title. Now trying to see what he can do to back that up performance-wise. Looking for his 2nd victory of the season. He's currently running in the 4th spot. We see Kevin Harvick catching up to Denny Hamlin, who had taken over the lead after Martin Truex Jr. came to pit lane. Lost a lap, but now the 19 car trying to see if he can get back on the lead lap on his own terms. There we see the 19 car, who was able to win the last iteration of this race, but at the moment trying to fight his way back onto the lead lap. Pretty bizarre scenario for that 19 car coming down so swiftly. Here we see Eric Almarole, the only driver in the field that has finished top 10 in all 3 races this season. Trying to see if he can extend that streak right now, running 6th. He has a chance to make it. We're starting to see some green flag pit stops. These are scheduled now. Chase Elliott coming in behind Austin Cindric. Here comes Kevin Harvick, the race leader at the time. Kyle Larson going to stay out just a little bit later, and he will eventually come down for his service as well. But it looks like at the end of the green flag pit stops, it's going to be Kevin Harvick who was able to maintain the lead and stretch it out to a pretty wide margin. So he is going to take stage number 2 followed by Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson, Denny Hammond, and Eric Almarole. Also a good run for Ty Dillon going right now. He finishes 8th on the stage. He finished 8th in the last stage as well, racking up some points for that 42 team. A little bit of a split strategy here. Not everyone came down for a pit stop on the stage break. They pitted not too long ago, but now Harvick has fresher tires. As you can see, he's going to utilize them going all the way down to the apron. And he's going to blow right by the rest of the guys that stayed out. Try to see if they can get track position. There's a few guys we haven't talked about so far. Chase Elliott, 2020 champion, won here that race. And Austin Cindric, who got the 2020 Xfinity title here at Phoenix. Denny Hammond has started to fade back a little bit. He's at the tail end of the lead lap. Martin Truex Jr. still trying to fight his way back into position, but it looks like it's not going to happen. And Kyle Busch going up in smoke, coming out of turn 4. Running in the 5th position. And his car is going to slow to a stop, and he is going to bring out the caution. Obviously, a stalled race car on the track is not too good. Austin Cindric is going to take control of the lead, but Kevin Harvick still has a chance to get in on the outside. How about Ty Dillon go to the inside? 3 wide for the lead, going through turns 3 and 4. Oh, and we've got a crash on the backstretch. Christopher Bell going around, and a smoke screen down the backstretch. Multiple cars involved in this one. Near the back of the field, let's take another look. Looks like there might have been contact possibly between the 20 and the 31, or the 17 might have been involved as well. And then the 21, the 41, 51, all those cars going around. A few taking some damage, but it looks like everyone that was involved in that accident is going to stay in the race. So now we get back to green flag action, and Denny Hammond charging his way to the front. He was looking slow on that last long stint, and now suddenly he's got the speed once again after making a few adjustments on pit lane. So he's able to fight his way to the front, but look out! Coming through some lap traffic, he fades up the racetrack. He's going to open the door for Kyle Larson. Don't know if the 11 was trying to get around the 14, or if he just faded up the racetrack and made a mistake, but that's going to give the opportunity to the 5 car of Larson taking a lead, and they're coming to the closing stages of this race. Great run going for Ty Dillon, still running up in the top 10, top 20 in points for both of the Petty GMS drivers. Coming down to the closing stages of the race, and Kyle Larson putting a few cars in between himself and Denny Hammond. But the 5 car coming down the pit lane with 3 laps left in the race, and it sounds like Larson is out of gas. Did not foresee this coming, but there are a couple others on pit lane at the moment, and it looks like gas is the issue. And Denny Hammond is still on the racetrack. If he had issues, he's going to try to stretch it. Here comes Kyle Larson back on the racetrack behind the 11 car. He is now a lap down, and it looks like he's just lost this one on fuel mileage. Hamlin working his way around the corners. A big lead for him. If fuel is a complication, he just needs to pedal it home, because he is very close to claiming victory here. And coming off the final corner, Denny Hammond is going to win at Phoenix. A very lucky break for Hamlin, as Larson needs a late pit stop. Looked like Hamlin had some decent speed at certain parts of the race, and certainly in that last stint, but Larson was just a little bit faster until he had to come down and get fuel. So Hamlin will claim victory. Cindric comes home second, Elliott third, Harvick fourth. Eric Almarole extends his top 10 streak, finishing 5th in this race. Larson will end up in the 7th position after making that late pit stop. Ty Dillon finishes with a top 10 in 9th position, and Martin Truex Jr. unable to overcome that lap down. He finishes in 10th. Solid day for AJ Allmendinger, finishing in the 13th position. Eric Jones, teammate to Ty Dillon, finishing 16th. Not so great days for Christopher Bell, Austin Dillon, Chase Briscoe, guys you could easily put inside the top 15 perhaps. They're back here just outside the top 20. And then going all the way back to Kyle Busch and Alex Bowman, both suffering mechanical issues. They're going to drop out of the race. Also problems for Michael McDowell, who's back there in 34th, several laps down. That is it for NR2003 Predicts. We hope you enjoy the race, and we will see you all next time.